Hey everyone, Cosmic Mango here, your favorite mango from outer space. Today we're talking about some amazing budget-friendly red cards for Commander. So if you're looking for some powerful cards on a budget, this is the video for you. Number 1, Sarkhan's Unsealing, an enchantment spell that costs 1 red and 3 generic mana to cast. It says the following. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 4, 5 or 6, Sarkhan's Unsealing deals 4 damage to any target. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 7 or greater, Sarkhan's Unsealing deals 4 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. So we're starting the list off very strong. This is one mega sweet enchantment capable of flipping in a Commander game completely sideways. If you're playing a deck with big, powerful, stompy creatures, this enchantment is perfect for you. It's wonderful for the Dragon Tribe, trust me. A great friend of mine runs this in his Dragon deck, and it's a real threat to face off against. Thankfully, enchantment removal does exist in Commander, so we can get rid of this powerful threat if we are facing against it. However, if you are running this card in the right deck, it is a lot of fun to play. This card rewards you heavily for each creature you cast with more than 4 power, and let's be honest, that's not very hard to achieve in the middle to late game of Commander, making this card scale very well into the late or even middle of most Commander games. So yeah, it's a late game monster. I love the enter battlefield burn effects, and Sarkhan's Unsealing delivers this beautifully. You can buy this card for around $1.80. Let me know if any of you watching use this piece of a card in the comments below. Number 2, Spitting Earth. A sorcery spell that costs 1 red and 1 generic mana to cast. It says the following. Spitting Earth deals damage to target creature equal to the number of mountains you control. So I adore this sorcery card. It's wonderful in mono red decks where you have access to plenty of mountains. This spell becomes a very nifty and powerful removal spell thanks to those mountains by your side. It's one of those budget gems which is really simple and easy to use and can be highly beneficial. The more mountains in play, the higher the damage. It really is that simple. It is a shame, however, that we don't get to target opponents as well, and it is sorcery speed, so it doesn't have instant speed. However, a sorcery speed spell like this for just 2 total mana to cast is good enough to get what we need done. So yeah, it's a brilliant card overall. You can buy this card for around 35 cents, making it very budget friendly, so why not try it out. Number 3, Curse of the Bloodletting. An enchantment spell that costs 2 red and 3 generic mana to cast, and it says the following. Enchant player. If a source would deal damage to enchanted player, it deals double that damage to that player instead. Okay, so I have many fond memories of this card within my Thrasios and Varl Smasher deck. It really caused a lot of carnage, especially in the late game. Pick a player and any source dealing damage to that player will deal double damage instead. This also works for all players attacking the target player or dealing whatever sort of damage to the targeted player. Not just damage we're dealing is being doubled, but everyone else's as well against that chosen person. So it's a fantastic card in Commander where you often have tables of 4 or more players. You can pick the biggest player threat on the board and form an alliance with everyone else on the table to group up and take the chosen player out as fast as possible with your double damage. So for example, if someone is sitting on like 100 life, you can utilize this card, group up with everyone else on the table and just try and take that chosen player out as fast as possible. Personally, I enjoyed using this enchantment in the final 1v1. It makes an excellent card to help close out games when it's just you and one other player face to face, especially if you have like a Varl Smasher on the board. Absolutely beautiful. Have any of you watching used or faced off against this powerful enchantment? Let me know in the comments below. You can buy this card for around $2, making it the most expensive card on the list today. However, it's definitely worth picking up. $2 is not so bad. In my opinion, anything $2 or less is budget friendly, so try and get one if you can. Number 4, Bonfire of the Damned. A sorcery spell that costs 1 red and XX to cast, and it says the following. Bonfire of the Damned deals X damage to target player or planeswalker and each creature that player or that planeswalker's controller controls. Miracle for X and 1 red mana. You may cast this card for its miracle cost when you draw it if it's the first card you drew this turn. So, at a first glance, this card may not look that impressive since you need to invest a lot of mana to make it worthwhile. However, its miracle cost completely transforms its potential. If you can cast it for that miracle cost, the amount of damage Bonfire of the Damned can dish out is absurd. Plus, you invest way less mana into it since it requires just one of the X's to be topped up instead of 2. When you have 2, you got to cut whatever you're investing in half, and it doesn't really feel so good. So yeah, very good if you can do the miracle cost on it. Top decking it in the late game can swing the entire match into your favor, or even help you just win the game on the spot. It really is that good of a card, and I highly recommend picking up this budget gem if you can get your hands on one. Give it a try, it is a ton of fun to play. Worst case scenario, if you've got this in the late game and you can't do the miracle cost, just throw in all your mana and see what happens. It's going to perform very well, trust me. You can pick this card up for around $1.90. Number 5, the final card on my list today, and it is Blood Sun, an enchantment spell that costs 1 red and 2 generic mana to cast, and it says the following. When Blood Sun enters the battlefield, draw a card. All lands lose all abilities except mana abilities. So, Blood Sun quietly shuts down some of the most powerful lands in the format, and that alone makes it worth considering. One of its biggest perks is that it completely turns off fetch lands, as players can no longer use them for sacrificing to search for lands. That alone can disrupt an opponent's entire game plan. So if you're just sitting on your mono red deck and you do not need your fetch lands, and you're playing against someone who's got loads of colors in their deck who highly requires them, this is really going to be a nuisance against that player. It also lets you use lands that normally come with a downside, such as City of Brass or Mana Confluence, without suffering the usual damage. When those drawbacks vanish, your mana base suddenly becomes smoother and far more efficient. It's always nice not losing life when you tap your lands, and this can help you do that. And of course, Blood Sun draws you a free card when it enters the battlefield. Drawing an extra card might not seem huge on its own, but free card draw advantage attached to a powerful hate effect like this is always welcome in my opinion. I love a free card. So overall, Blood Sun is a pretty darn strong tool. It disrupts opponents, improves your own mana, and draws you a cheeky card as well. It's a total budget gem, and right now you can buy this card for around 50 cents. Okay, my friends, that is the end of my list. Do you agree with my choices? Do you have any other recommendations that you would like to share? If so, share those budget gems in the comment section below. It's always fun to read your comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out the 2 other videos that should have popped up on the screen. Please drop a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to keep updated for more of my future Commander content. Thanks for watching everyone, and as always, take care and goodbye.